Well, Horizon Forbidden West got reviews out today, and overall, I have to say the reviews are quite interesting. I would think that they're very good reviews for the most part, and for me personally, I like Metacritic for what it is. I think it's a good spot to kind of check and like where all these kind of reviews come together. And I also think that it's something that obviously a lot of people use in like kind of fanboy wars and stuff like that. And I kind of understand that as well. Listen, we can sit there and all day talk about games that are fun and say, well, that's the only thing that matters or what have you. But I do think that at the end of the day, we should definitely see a situation where, games, especially since we now know that a lot of developers have their bonuses tied directly to Metacritic scores. So it is a little odd to me that some seem to take it a little casually in the review sites. And listen. Right now, at the time of reviewing this, an 89 on Metacritic is a hugely amazing score. Hard to find a better score than that. Personally, from everything that we've seen, Horizon Forbidden West is the next step in evolution above the first game, but I think they got round about the same scores. Like, they supposedly fixed all the issues, addressed all the issues. You have to wonder what that developer is thinking right now. Maybe they had something tied to a 90. I actually thought it would be a 90 or 91, something along those lines, just from everything that we were hearing. So it is strange to see how this kind of stuff comes about. And, at the same time, maybe it's not all that strange either. I think it really just kind of depends on what's going on with the particular developers. But one in particular, and a lot of people are calling this a very much a media bias situation, and it very well could be. It's not looking good in my opinion. So we'll talk about that and more in this video. So it's going to be a fun one. What's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer, and this is Crap Gamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice a few changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like, and possibly maybe even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. It means the world. I know you're all very busy. Happy Valentine's Day. I know you all have friends, family, work, video games, school, what have you. So yes, I'm very grateful that you guys stopped by. Please leave a like. I do put some time into these videos, and I just would appreciate it. So thank you guys very much. With that being said, yeah, man, this is crazy because we see the situation that's going on with Sony and Horizon Forbidden West. Like, this game is absolutely, sitting pretty with an 89 Metacritic score. That's huge, right? And it's got its fair share of 100 or 10 out of 10s and what have you. But there happen to be 4 so far that are, quote, mixed reviews. One of these, Stevio, is known for that, and some people even predicted that this outlet would actually review the game kind of poorly, and it kind of did. I mean, it reviewed it very poorly considering, and that in and of itself might not be a big deal, but when you look at some of the other scores, and this is the instance that I'm going to give you, right? Like, you start to notice a trend here, and I'm just going to give you guys an idea here, okay? So, Horizon Forbidden West, they gave a 65. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, they gave a 70. Ghost of Tsushima, they gave a 70. The Last of Us Part 2, they gave a 80. Death Stranding, they gave a 35. Days Gone, they gave a 60. Those are the PlayStation scores, right? Halo Infinite, they gave a 95. Forza Horizon 5, they gave a 100. Psychonauts 2, they gave a 90. Microsoft Flight Sim, they gave a 95. Gears of War Tactics, they gave an 85. And Forza Horizon 4, they gave a 90. So, out of these that we're looking at, the lowest scoring Xbox game is an 85 from Gears Tactics, and that's higher than the best scoring PlayStation game that they have, which is The Last of Us Part 2 at 80. Are we really to believe that The Last of Us Part 2 is worse than Psychonauts 2 or Halo Infinite or, Forza Horizon or Flight Simulator or Gears Tactics, right? Like, I mean, I think there is a little something to this, and I don't know, just to me, it just seems like it's something that's wrong. It feels wrong. And then also, just reading the review, it seems like it's not really something that that Guerrilla Games could have fixed. And I try to be as even keel as I possibly can with this stuff, right? And I say, well, maybe it's not this or maybe it's not that. But when you see how the games have kind of been one versus the other, you kind of notice that there is something a little odd about how they review Xbox games versus PlayStation games, and that is more than odd. The other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about with this was the fact that in their review, they're saying, almost kind of saying that the game is too easy, but they're the ones that decided to play it on Explorer mode. So it says, it can be made simpler too thanks to Horizon Forbidden West robust accessibility options. I played the game on Explorer mode and at medium difficulty, aiming to experience the default options where possible. But a guided style of play is available, and I appreciate Guerrilla's efforts to provide something everyone can enjoy. Even on Explorer mode, the game is too generous with its assistant, though, and it robs the player of any satisfaction to be had in solving a mystery. The combat, too, is easily reduced to a one-note symphony. While Horizon Forbidden West will thrust countless weapons and weapon types at you, by the end I found I only ever used 3 of them. I could have gotten away with just using 1 if I hadn't been stingy with my ammo management. So basically they're kind of hating on the fact that, this game has accessibility options. They're the ones that decided to play it. That's the problem that I kind of have with this, is they're the ones that decided to play this game on Explorer mode, and then to kind of complain about it. I guess I just don't understand that. So do I think that there's a such thing as media bias? Nothing surprises me at this particular juncture, but at the same time, is it media bias, or maybe just somebody who's reviewing these games or just happen to be more of an Xbox fans or something like that, which begs the question, maybe they shouldn't be doing these reviews in the first place. I mean, when you have 91 glowingly positive reviews and then you have these 4 mixed reviews, I just think that it kind of sucks, and it sucks to see. So, I think that there could be a little bit of an issue with this, and I do think that maybe PlayStation fans have a little bit of a gripe here. And again, they're not the only ones. Listen, there's also been issues sometimes. If we look at, let's say, Forza Horizon series, I can remember they really kind of struggled to break that, I think, 90 barrier or whatever. And they finally did it with 3 after, I think, part 2 was like an 89 or something like that. I don't know. But it seems like they kind of doubled it. Like they had to get something, go that extra route, because there was always like 1 or 2 sites that were trying to tank what they were doing. So yeah, very interesting to see sort of how that kind of comes about. Again, people do have preferences and stuff, but why review the game then? I don't understand why that continues to happen. I just think that it's a little bit kind of annoying. But I do hope that they, come out and, maybe announce some interesting things later in terms of why this happened and things like that. But I don't think it should deter anyone from enjoying what seems like one of the greatest games that we've gotten this generation so far. So that would be kind of my advice to some PlayStation fans. It's like, yeah, it would have been nice to get a 90 plus out of this, but enjoy the game for what it is. It's a magnificent thing. This series kind of came out of nowhere, a new IP from a studio that had done shooters, and they really excelled, selling 20 plus million copies, and this new one looks to be even better in a lot of ways. So yeah, definitely cool stuff. Let me know what you guys think though. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe, rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Thanks for watching. Crap Gamer out.